Welcome to episode 30 of the Whiskey Whitetails podcast. Today is Monday, July 19th, 2021. We have a special guest today, Adam from Whiskey Media. Say hello, Adam.
Hello.
We're going to learn all about Adam today and his company and kind of what we've been doing today and all that. But before we get into it, we have this John J. Bowman Pioneer Spirit. So this is the Virginia Straight Bourbon Whiskey, and that is what this episode is powered by. It's a single barrel. It's a Sazerac. It's supposedly better than Blanton's. And we're going to find out today. We're your hosts. I'm Matt.
I'm Gus.
And we're glad that you have joined us. And to all the new people that are here, thank you for coming.
Thank you.
A lot of you we've talked to at the Charleston Market, and we've had a lot of conversations. I've watched people subscribe right in front of us, and we can see the numbers going up, and we're glad you're here. Feel free to go back to some of our previous episodes, and you'll figure out how we got off track. All right, I'm going to give this thing a pop. It is 100 proof, which I'm excited about.
Ooh, nice.
Not bad, not bad.
Very nice.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Microphone's kicking your ass.
Time for some gloves. Ooh, yeah, heavy pour. Pass it around the room. We should have done the guest first, but then again,
That was rude of us.
it's our show.
It's okay. I appreciate it.
There's going to be no easy way to do this, but let's do it around my mixer.
Oh, sorry.
The company's mixer, Matt. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What, you mean you don't want to pass bourbon over
I'd really rather not.
It's funny, between
expensive
you and I,
electronic equipment?
how much money is sitting between you and I?
I don't even want to think about it.
It's a lot. It's a lot. We got a mixer. We got a couple cameras.
Meh,
Oh,
you
mean,
go wrong.
You mean physically in the current space between you two?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like if that ceiling fan fell, that we probably should have turned off.
That would be a painful...
we're pushing close to 10 grand, right?
Yeah, that's what I think.
Oh, easily.
Easily.
And that's why you need to help us out. Subscribe, like our stuff, leave a comment. It does it does great things.
It does wonders for us, I think is what he tried to say.
Yeah, and it allows us to get new stuff. So we are actually recording this episode. We're live at the Hunt Club in South Carolina. We had some good stuff going on this morning. But first, let's give this a smell. What do you think it smells like?
Bourbon?
I think it smells like distilled corn that's been put in a barrel. That's what I think it smells like. So as you know, I'm sure you've listened to a couple episodes
Licorice.
to prepare for this. We don't really get into that. We may get some, if there's notes that stand out, but this is 100% what bourbon smells like.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it smells like caramel.
There you go. Do
There
it.
you go.
What
Yeah.
else?
I get, the first thing that came to mind was red licorice, like a cherry almost.
Yeah, I could do that.
Candy. Yeah. It's good though.
I got a cherry bomb sitting on the floor that we're going to have later, but there's a specific way to drink it. Which, shout out to Gibby's Bottle Shop. It's not Gibby's,
I'm not sure.
but I took it to Gibby.
I know the kids are into drinking stuff that way, but I don't know if we should be doing that on the podcast.
What?
Well, you know,
I don't know what
take
you're
the
talking about.
tube and they.
We're going to beer bong it?
No, we'll talk about it offline.
Okay.
I think it's appropriate for this podcast.
I'm so lost.
Oh yeah, it's a way college kids were consuming alcohol for some time.
In the butt?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
You've never heard of like taking an IV line to the butt?
I've heard of butt chugging, but I don't know.
This podcast went off the rails real quick. So how about this whiskey?
No, I'm telling you to.
I don't think that's where it was going.
Oh no, I think he's telling you to get the
I'm
mic.
telling you to pull the mic
Get
closer.
the mic closer to you.
You think I'm doing? Yeah, I see what you think I'm
Golly.
doing, but what I'm
We're
doing
gonna have
is
to be. So you and I are gonna have to reprogram ourselves.
yeah. And
Because-
we haven't even started drinking yet.
Well, the thing is we've spent so long doing this podcast without cameras that we've gotten used to speaking, but then having a lot of nonverbal
Yeah.
cues and a nonverbal jokes between the
Yeah.
two of us, and we're gonna have to be careful about that.
So
now.
this one's fun. This is a
Noted.
We're building a studio right now. So this is this is kind of like a practice. So this video may not even come out, but we're only gonna do like the first 30 minutes just so we have something to play with. But we got the lighting up and everything. All right, I'm gonna taste this thing. The hype was real.
That's good.
That is real good.
Oh my goodness.
What do you think, Gus?
Where did you get this?
I think
I found it in a store and there was like 30 bottles of it. And I had apprehensions. I better not buy this. But everybody kept telling me
Especially
to buy
sitting
it.
there with that many bottles.
Yeah.
Holy cow!
That is good.
That is
I
one of the
need
most,
some of that now.
That is one of the most complex flavor profiles I've ever had in a bourbon.
Absolutely.
Yep.
It goes, well, the finish is nice.
Mm-hmm.
It's 100 proof?
100 proof.
So you know that the 100 proof, right
Yep.
around 100 is my preference. And this is why, because you don't get a ton of ethanol. In my opinion, it's just the way my palate is. I get the most flavors out of a whiskey when it's around 100 proof. It's not to say that I don't like high proof stuff. I feel like I get more of the flavors out of when my palate is not bombarded by
Doesn't burn as
the
much.
alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
This, man, is delicious.
This is something else. I think the hype was right.
This is great.
I would 100% take this over Blanton's any day of the week.
Absolutely. This is going to make everything else I brought taste not that great. And that was one of the things that I was told is that people prefer this over Blanton's, which there's a lot of whiskeys I prefer over Blanton's.
True. But I think a lot of people prefer Blanton's just because it's not Blanton's, right? It's the same reason people stop or say they don't like something because a bunch of other people like it. So it's cool to say you don't like it.
I don't think it's, I mean, I get a lot of
I don't
shit
think
for
that's,
that.
I don't think that's what this is though, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah, I should have done more research. I'm actually going to grab the bottle again and look at the back of it.
Well, I think too, everybody knows what Blanton's tastes like.
Yeah.
Everybody knows Blanton's is delicious.
Yeah.
But
It's good.
you want to find something that's a little bit different, has a little bit different profile, but maybe some of the same, characteristics that you would get from Blanton's. But
Yeah.
So, single barrel, copper distilled, John J. Bowman, Pioneer Spirit, Virginia straight bourbon whiskey. Single barrel, says it again. On the back, early pioneer, Colonel John J. Bowman. Oh, by the way, never mind, I'll get to that. Colonel John J. Bowman first explored Kentucky in 1775. It's just a made-up story. I mean, it could be, that's my grandpa. Okay, whatever. This single barrel bourbon whiskey commemorates the early pioneer John J. Bowman. So just so you know, the distillery is the A. Smith, I think, Bowman Distillery.
Okay.
And I guess they named them after a bunch of people. So like this one's John J. There's other Bowmans.
Gotcha. Well, that's fancy.
This is delicious. So I have a gift for Gus, and I'm going to get straight into it.
Okay.
And there's a button for this gift, Gus.
Is there?
Yeah. Well, you'll know what it is when you see the gift. All right. Everybody ready for the gift?
Do you want me to press the button? Is that ours?
Yes, that is the Whiskey and Whitetails.
That's our
grunt tube.
prototype?
Yeah, that's
Get the
our
fuck outta
prototype.
here. Dude, you didn't tell me.
So it's actually a beer moment. Yeah.
I misread that. Sorry.
It's all good. It's all good.
it was still kind of appropriate.
Yeah, it was an appropriate sound. Yeah, that is the Whiskey and Whitetails bourbon barrel grunt tube. Yeah. So for those just listening, I was doing it out of a paper bag, so I couldn't cup the bottom. But yeah,
That's
what do you think?
that's cool, man. I'm excited about
You
it.
like that brass ring?
Yeah, that's really nice. Actually, it's a good look to it.
So I think you did a really good job. And this was the same feller that makes our turkey calls, Jacob,
Yep.
JSW Woodworks. He cranked this out for us, and he's a great dude. And our price point is going to be around, it's going to be $50 or less.
That's reasonable. And
I think it's a great price for a custom-made piece.
This is great to bring and actually finally have another piece to add to our line of whitetail related stuff.
Correct.
That's been a little bit of a challenge just because there's only so much you can do for a hunter with a whiskey barrel.
Yeah.
Game calls are an obvious choice, and this was at the forefront of our ideas when we started this company. The turkey calls were easier, I think, up front because Jacob had a lot of experience with that already.
Right. This is a new thing for him. He actually sent me a video because I was like, don't tell Gus anything. Don't post anything online. So he sent me a video of it, and he's like, I don't know. Because he's never,
Yeah.
But he was blowing into it, and he's like, I mean, I guess that's what it sounds like. Because he's not a whitetail hunter.
I think it sounds good, man.
I think it does too.
At least it's a good place to start, and we can get feedback from people and figure out if we need to make adjustments, how to do that. What did he, is this from the lid?
Yeah. So he took the lid.
Yeah.
So the reason I needed more lids from you, that's why.
Got it.
So it's the long pieces of lid. So I don't know if that's, I didn't really look at it that closely, honestly. I just got it yesterday, but.
Cool, man. But you've been talking about this surprise for a while. You knew you were going to have it by today?
I didn't. I just hoped.
Awesome, man. I'm excited, man.
Good guess.
What do you think? How do you think it looks?
I like it. I think anytime you have a wood call, I have more of a waterfowl background,
right?
And you get a lot of those real nice wood calls, hedge calls, that kind of thing. But a call like that looks just as good on a shelf as it does. Even if they don't hunt as much anymore, they don't use it. Still looks good with all their mounts or in their man cave or whatever. It's something that's like a really cool collector's piece as well.
That's one thing we've been told about our turkey calls at the market. People are like, I would feel bad using this. And I'm like, don't, man, because that's why they're priced the way they're priced. We want you to use it. It's not a $300 call. It's an $80 or $90 call, depending on the mood I'm in for the price.
I think to your point, I think it checks a number of boxes that it's functional if somebody really wants to use it. But people who appreciate calls for what they are can purchase this and display it, or if they want, or use it if they want, and not feel bad one way or another because the price point is not overly priced.
Yeah,
right.
But it's cool to be able to say, yeah, I got this turkey call, and it's turned from whiskey barrel lids,
right?
And I don't want to use it because it's special or it's cool. I want to put it on a display. You can if that's your thing. But
we definitely made it to be used.
Definitely throw this in your bag and use it.
Yeah. And the black piece comes off if you just pull it. Oops, not that far. Maybe the wrong black. Yeah, the end. There you go. That was what I was talking about. But that band is adjustable, so you can change it.
So you can get different sounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you just roll the...
Yeah, you roll the band.
Yep.
Yep. But yeah, we've been talking about this for a while, and I'm so glad that it's here in the nick of time. So thanks to Jacob for getting that done for us.
Yeah, thank you, man. This is awesome. Which end goes on? For those watching me struggle.
Yeah, first time playing with a new toy. Whatever.
So now that you have your own call, you need to sound sample it.
Yeah.
Record a sound sample for your mixer.
That's right.
Yeah, that's definitely. We should definitely.
I'll have to play around
that's a
with
great idea.
The different notches and figure out.
Because I want to name them. That's one of the reasons they're not going to be on the website when this comes out. But we want to name each notch and tell you like this is for, an angry buck. This is for a mating buck. It may even get down to doe bleats. I don't know. I didn't play.
That's
with
what
it
I was playing. That's why I was trying to make it lighter. There's another notch that I didn't go to further down. I think would be perfect for that.
Yeah. But that's the plan. So that's the prototype. It will be ready by August 15th, which is the South Carolina hunting season. But
is he working on more?
I think we're gonna have 10 to start, and I owe him a bunch of wood. So
that's a doe bleat. Yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
So it does. I figured that it would.
That was cool, man. I'm excited.
Yeah, I like it. It's cool. And I think you did a really good job putting it together because I could be wrong. It's hard to tell because it was turned and the grains match, but I think I see a line here, so I think it's actually 2 pieces of wood.
Even still, I mean,
I don't know. I don't know that lids are that thick. If they are, then this is the top of the lid. This is the bottom.
Yeah, it's as thick as it gets. I think it's probably 2 pieces because I don't see a char.
If I had to guess, I bet he stuck them together first and then turned it.
Yeah.
That.
I do see. Yeah, there's a seam on both sides. I see it now. But
which is fine. I mean, I've seen him glue stuff together and work the way he works with epoxy and other stuff.
It's definitely not going to break.
Unbelievably talented.
But yeah.
And the band will help keep it together too.
That brass band
will keep it locked in.
It's super nice. But the just the looking at it, because it's quarter sawn wood, I'll throw it to you so you can see the lines in the wood. It's just beautiful woodmanship. Yeah. They're beautiful calls. Everything he makes for us is top notch.
That's really nice.
Yeah. Tight.
Very nice.
Thanks, man. That was a cool surprise. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm glad. I did it for the video. Let me see. Let me go through my notes before we get into anything fun, because I know I wrote a ton this week.
We'll take some cool pictures of it later.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Definitely.
We'll do it for the gram.
Code. Oh, okay. So the podcast code use, y'all killed it. We are. We told you last week that that it needed to be used, and that's Spotify, not Shopify. Let me go in there and
one of those FIs.
Let's see. Products, store, discounts, discount codes, and podcast. So we got a few used in there. And so thank you all for that. This week is Shark Week.
It is Shark Week?
Shark Week.
Mm-hmm. We watched, we got a Discovery Plus, the trial. Yeah, because it's free for a week,
Yeah.
So I told the
great time
wife,
to try
I was like, crush it tonight, because we'll be gone all day today. I was like, crush Shark Week today, so I can cancel it tomorrow and get it all for free. But the Jackass guys did an episode.
I heard that someone got
he got
jacked up.
Yeah, he got bit.
He got bit up.
Yeah.
Who was it?
His name is Dookie or something.
Yeah,
Poopy.
Something like that. Yeah.
Something like that. He's a new guy. Guy.
Yeah, all the old guys are like, yeah, we're still going to do this thing, but
we're not going to.
We're not doing it. Like,
Yeah.
So he was jumping a ramp, like on a wakeboard, with sharks everywhere. And when he fell in the water coming off the ramp, that's when he got bit. But they were taking him away in the boat, he had a tourniquet and everything on him. And he was like, I better get a raise for this.
Yeah, I mean, it was our family is like really big into Shark Week. So like come Sunday, like my daughters were both like, it's Shark Week.
nice.
Yeah.
And so we've been watching it all week, and there's some really good episodes this year. There was like one with Brad Paisley and was it JB Smoove?
I haven't seen that one.
There's one with Dr. Pimple Popper is on there.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
For Shark Week?
Yeah, it was
wild.
It was pretty interesting. Like they had like this ball that was supposed to be like a cyst, I guess, and it was like filled with chum guts.
Yeah.
So they like popped the pimple and it oozed out like into the water. It was pretty crazy.
People like that, and that's one of those things when we talk about people like they like it because they think it's cool to like it because no one else does. I do not like that pimple popper. I just don't like it. I think it's disgusting. I don't know why you would want that in your head.
So like for me, it's one of those things where you watch it, but you can't look away. You know, it's like there's times that my wife wants to watch it, and I'm just like, I just don't want to. And then she puts it on, and I'm like, oh my gosh, did you see that?
He already forgot he's on camera.
Yeah, I did. Sorry. Dude, this is bad. This is going to take a lot of getting used to.
I know. It's over there browsing the internet. All right. One thing I noticed, because I wrote these notes, one thing I noticed is Steve Irwin, his kids have shows now. Steve Irwin, yeah. So I realized that they had a show now.
Yeah.
And I started watching it, and I forgot. This is something that I picked up on, because you know how I love land. You know how I love things that existed from other places that we have here and we call American or whatever. Mm-hmm. So like I reckon, that word is a Southern term that's used all the time.
Sure.
And like, my whole family says it. I used to say it. I don't say it no more, but I don't say it no more. But the reckon, so Steve Irwin used to say reckon all the time. And I kind of forgot about that. So I ended up doing, we're watching Shark Week, and the wife's like, are you going to pay attention? I'm like, I can't. I got to figure out where the word reckon came from. So it is a British word. It's not a Southern word, and that's why like the former prisoners of Australia. That's why they all say it, because it's from Britain. It's not
You just shattered everything about my childhood.
I know, isn't that terrible? Because I'm from a place where everyone says I reckon, and
all the time.
That's a British word. It has nothing to do with the South. Huh. Who can I piss off this week? Appalachia.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of that,
yes,
I'm going to continue to say it wrong, and you're either in on the joke or you're not. And for the people correcting me, I don't even respond to it. So, Snipers Unknown Challenge. We have 6 millimeter, and we still need 6 1/2 Creedmoor. I'm going to keep getting it worse, okay? Because nobody's picking up on it. I mean, you know how many people hit me up and like, it's 6.5, dumbass.
We know, but it's fun to piss you off.
Yeah, 6.5 is funny to me. 6.5 Creedmoor makes me laugh. So now I'm going to say 6.5 Creedmoor. That's what we need. So 6 mil has been figured out. 9 mil, we're pretty close to figuring out. So if anyone has 6.5 Creedmoor, we need about 140 rounds is what we need.
We need the Creedmoor that is 1/2 less than 7.
Yeah. So Gun Monkey came through. Gun Monkey hooked us up with 6 mil. They got 140 rounds for us coming.
Nice. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Yeah, Josh hit me up, and I was late to respond. He said he got a hold of you, though.
Yeah, he called me, and I actually did a call with him and our snapper, and they talked and figured it out.
Good deal.
And then, let me see. I think that was kind of it for... Do you think Steve Irwin's kids would swim with stingrays?
Fuck.
I'm not touching that one.
That was the last thing I wrote down, so we're caught up.
Yikes.
Probably.
I think they would.
I think they would too, honestly.
I don't think they would. I think they would. That was a freak thing, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
They'd be like, I don't know. So today...
They mess around with alligators and crocodiles.
exactly.
I mean, so I think they'd be fine with.
So elevator pitch, 145 characters. Words, 145 words. That's the elevator pitch, right? It's under 150.
It's elevator pitch
30 seconds.
is like, it's supposed to be like 30 seconds or less than 2 minutes or something
Give
like that.
everyone, we'll get into it, but I want to explain why you're here, because I'm sure people are like, who's this guy? I know that they're thinking that. So we'll get into 30-second elevator pitch, and then we're going to talk about what we've done so far today, and then we're going to get into the weeds with you. So
Okay.
Elevator pitch me.
So as of yesterday, we officially rebranded from what most people on social media have known me as Grid Square Photography. We switched over to Grid Square Media, and what really that is we're a digital media content production company that's focused on outdoor individuals, brands, organizations, generally in the smaller to mid-size company, brand, whatever, trying to help them bridge the gap for pushing into that next level, that next, giving them better product photography or helping them build video content for social media, whatever they need, where they can't afford like the budget for, a bigger production company, and helping them bridge that gap to break into the next level. Then they can afford to go to that bigger company that can take them to even further.
Sure.
So like I said, going into like product photography, helping people with that, looking at little short videos, commercials, short documentaries, mini films kind of thing. A lot of the stuff like we were doing today, like you said, we'll get into, but that's pretty much it. Most people had known me as just the gun dog photography guy, and I wanted to kind of branch away from that, and that was what was most accessible, but it wasn't necessarily all that I did.
Sure. So we have a bit. The reason we connected. Do you remember when we first talked? I don't even know. Do we meet through somebody or was it just random?
No, it was. I think you posted something on your story about the Ronin.
That's what it was. Yeah, and then you hit me up about it, about the Raven Eye.
Yeah, and then that whole thing went off, and then we just kept talking about other stuff. And
So the Raven Eye, for those that don't know, we use that on our. We're going to be using it more now, but we had the Ronin gimbal set up for our cameras, and the Raven Eye allows you to do active track, which is really nice. You'll see in some of the videos. But it was something that I wanted to do for a while, and Gus knows, I just didn't know enough about it, and you kind of set me straight on that. So our third business partner, I don't know that he wants his name out, but he is like a vision guy, and so he always says things like, I have a pin board, and I see people, not how many followers you have, not any of that, but like people and their skill set. And he was like, I take them and I put them on my pin board, and one day I'll fit them into my thing. So I love that idea, and Gus and I do that with a lot of stuff, and a lot of people that we associate with. It's kind of that thing. So I liked you. I just did. So you went on the pin board, and I was like, where can we use this guy? And then when you start talking about video stuff and you want to do what your story is, that's how we started 3 years ago in another company. We just started filming cheaper budget films for people. We did a lot of stuff for free just to kind of make connections, which is how you got to start. And now we're just getting too busy. We just can't, like, we have people that want to do stuff for us or they want us to do stuff for them. And we just have other things going on. So we need someone. You're not starting out, but you're starting out as a new rebrand, as full media, not just photography. So one of the things that we wanted was to bring you on board and have you help us with some stuff. So you're going to be like part of you have your own company and thing, but you're going to be part of like the team for us. And we're going to give you some of the work that we just are not going to be able to do.
Right.
And one of them is a pheasant or a quail hunt, not pheasant. It's a quail hunt that we wanted to film. We've been to this guy's property several times. He's a good dude. His name's Ty Holland. And he's in upstate, and his huge quail hunt that he's doing this year is the same weekend as the Snipers Unknown Challenge. So, like, you know, I've pitched it to him, and he's like, let's see what he can make. And so, like, part of your video that you're making today, the reason you're out here today, you're helping us film some stuff, and you're doing some stuff on your own. You're going to make a little video for, you know, new rebirth, getting rid of the old and into the new.
Yep.
And so we tore a stand down today and put up a new one. And that's why we wanted you to have you on here, because I wanted to tell you all that. I've given you, like, beat around the bush a little bit on it, but what it is we want to bring you in and have you help us. We think we can feed you some work, and you're local to us, and a lot of our work is local to South Carolina.
Absolutely. So well, I appreciate it. Yeah. I'd be happy to, like, that's what I'm here for. Like,
Well,
help build everybody, you know, everybody helps each other. You know?
Exactly. And that's what it kind of boils down to, is that we've built relationships with people that we want to continue to be friends with and be helpful, even if we don't have the bandwidth to necessarily do their video production.
Right.
If we have a close contact who we're comfortable with, like yourself, that we can hand that off to and say, hey, you know what, we can't for whatever reason, but we have a close partner who might be available to do that for you, and we trust him as if it was our own work, and that helps you, it helps us, and it helps all of us maintain those relationships so that they don't die off or you know, end with any sort of
you can kill that
bad blood or malice because suddenly we're not available. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
So it serves a lot of purpose, and I think it's good for everybody at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So this bottle, just real quick so we can keep on. This bottle is Midwinter's Nice Dram, one of my favorite.
It's delicious.
Rye. It's unbelievably good. So this is we're killing off this bottle here, but I wanted to do this before we cut the promo clip. But yes. So cheers and welcome to the
Appreciate
family.
it.
We're glad that you're here, man.
Absolutely.
And,
Thanks, guys.